Okay, so I want to say first off, disclaimer. This is a three-part video of me doing my makeup. I've been wanting to make a makeup video for ever now, and I finally just got brave enough to do it today, and it just happened to be the one day that I overslept. I had a doctor's appointment in the morning. The guy for my job had to come in and install a new network box, and I didn't even get started on my makeup until almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So go figure. But I would like to say congrats to every makeup creator that is out there, first off, because um, I do not know how y'all are able to do your makeup in a 10-minute video. And I'm sure you're probably cutting clips out because that's the only thing I can think of. I enjoy doing my makeup a lot of times, but it is time consuming. So, anyways, as you can see, I'm just kind of trying to show you all the products that I use and how I go about it. Nobody taught me how to do makeup. So everything that I know, I've just taught myself, or it's from videos I've watched, like people on TikTok. So thank you for that, because without those videos, I think I would probably still be stuck in the not know how to blend out my eyeshadow phase. But I did want to take this part of the video and just share a portion of my testimony. I had said several weeks ago that I would start sharing my story and some other stories that I know of, because I believe people need to hear what you've been through, because there are so many people that can relate to your situation, your story, that need to hear it. They need to know how you healed from that. And I'm going to try to put it all in this video, but if not, I will wrap it up by the end of this series. So, anyways, I have 3 children. My oldest is 19, my middle is 14. Well, she's about to be 19, and my 14-year-old is about to be 15, and then I have a 5-year-old son. And I do not allow my children to do sleepovers with anybody other than my parents and my husband's parents. And the reason that is for protection. A lot of people do not realize that even though you may think you know somebody's parents, you do not know what happens behind closed doors. And I strongly encourage parents to truly think about this, because if that had been the case, a portion of my story would not have happened. So that is a disclaimer. Obviously, if you are one who gets triggered easily, here's your trigger warning, because this is going to have to do with SA, and I just want to make you aware before you go any further in this video. I hope you do stay and listen. The end result is healing, and sometimes healing, not sometimes, all the time, healing can be hard. So when I want to say about 9 or 10, me and my family went to go visit a family friend who lived out of state, because before they had moved, they lived across the street and we were really close with them. And so we went to go visit them. They had just moved out of state and went up there to stay. We stayed for about a week. And usually, like, when we would go on vacations, it was just our family. And so the kids, would stay in one room, and which it was just me and my little sister at the time. And then the adult, my parents had their own bedroom. Well, in this situation, I don't remember why exactly, but I ended up having to sleep in the room with my parents' friends' kids. And some things took place that night that shouldn't have, some SA things, some things that are inappropriate at any age when it's not welcomed. First off, they're inappropriate when you are grooming somebody or trying to teach someone about something. This type of touching, petting, whatever you want to call it, essaying is not okay. And that night, that began to happen. And I, on the trip, just got really angry. And my parents did not know why. They couldn't figure it out at first. And I finally, the next morning, I brought it up to my mom because I grew up in a very protected household. And so I just didn't understand why they were doing this, why it felt strange and uncomfortable. And, being 19 years old, you aren't going to know much about that kind of thing to begin with. And so anyways, I got to a point where I was just so angry and I was acting out so bad that my mom and dad at the time my dad had pulled me aside and was like, "What is going on with you? What is the deal? I don't understand what your attitude is coming from. I don't understand why you're so angry. Like, this isn't you," pretty much, right? And of course, now looking back as an adult, I know that was just my wall that I threw up to try to block out the hurt and the not understanding what was happening, not understanding why this was happening. It wasn't something I had asked for, and just had all these things going through my mind. And so I finally told my mom and dad, and they immediately packed up and we left. And I was so grateful that my parents just immediately took action to protect me. But because of this situation, the enemy used this situation to then begin to implant lies in my head. Lies about I had asked for it, lies that I liked same-gendered people. And I'm trying to be as kind as possible, but a lot of people don't realize that is a lie from the enemy. And I know I am going to get some comments of people who listen to this, and it's okay, because God delivered me from that type of spirit. But the enemy definitely used my hurt, my wound, the abuse to his benefit, to try to corrupt how I view things in the world. And I am so grateful that I was able to know the word and eventually get healed and delivered. And I'm gonna run out of time, so I will pick up on part 2.